Speaking of gifts of the afternoon, please welcome the effervescent, eloquent, and ever so elegant Seetha Sagaran. Coming all the way from Dubai, welcoming you. Really good.
All of you can hear me? I'd like to start by appreciating the lady who has just introduced me. I think all of us here I think all of the speakers here who have been privileged to be introduced by her have actually forgotten to tell that she has actually added so much of charm, vibrancy, and beauty to the conference. Don't you agree, Dr. Arora? Thank you. So, Vanakkam Madurai, and good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor. Thank you. And it's an honor and privilege for me to be here, and I'd like to thank Dr. Mamta and Dr. Arora, and of course the lovely WEF team. All of you are just amazing. Now I'm going to be a little naughty here. If my children were here, they wouldn't be surprised, but all of you don't know me well enough, so I might shock you. Okay, I'm going to ask you the question, although I've got principals here sitting behind me who knows how important sleep is. How many of you are like me, night owls? Okay, I can see some people who are just like me. But I'm trying to really work on that because I have someone at home who epitomizes the discipline in sleeping habits. That's my husband. He goes to bed around 9 and he's up at 3:30. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 3:30 he's up. So by the time I come to bed, it's almost time for him to be up. So I'm working on that because I understand that it makes me really tired. So what I will tell you is I can probably suggest some ways of getting a good night's sleep. How about that? Yeah. Because I'd like to talk about some of my experiences here that has enabled me to sleep better. Okay. And I'd like to start talking about experiences. Rich experiences help us sleep better. You may ask, what experiences? Like, for example, traveling, trying different kinds of food, yeah, and meeting wonderful people. Everyone who is here, I have learned something from you, whomever I have been fortunate to come across and say hello. So I would say that actually enhances a lot in enabling us to sleep well. Another point, learning. For a student who never liked to learn and would run away from school and college if given a chance, I love learning. It's one of my passions today for the last 14 years. I'm currently doing my PhD. So that has also enabled me to enjoy the experience that I would be getting in a day to sleep better. And of course, unlearning as well, because I'm unlearning a lot of things I needed to unlearn thanks to my children. I've got 2 grown-up children who keep saying that's not the right thing to do. So I have to unlearn a few things too, but that helps me. The next one is personal achievement. Today morning we had a lovely lady who had talked about her achievement when she was 22. I think her name is Trina. Yeah. And I think when I think about personal achievement, there is just one project which actually gave me a lot of sleep at night because of the satisfaction. A few years ago, I had compiled a book for my parents. It was all about my memories, what I learned from them, and their philosophy of life. It took 5 months, and those 5 months, I can assure you, I slept like a baby. So the satisfaction matters. And ways of giving back. Today, Dr. Shankaran had talked about how important it is for us to support each other, enable all of us to grow together, to become better versions of what we are. And ways of giving back is one thing that enables me to sleep better. I'm a Gavel Club counselor. I don't know how many of you are Toastmasters here, yeah? Okay, we do have a few. So I'm a Gavel Club counselor, and I enable, or rather help children become better communicators and leaders for the last 7 to 8 years. And that's helped me a lot, including mentoring. That's also enabled me to sleep better. Cultivate intellectual and emotional relationships. I've got a lot of friends, but there are a few friends that I would turn to when it comes to mentoring. For example, the book that I had compiled, I just called up a friend and I asked, "Hello, would you just mind looking through the book?" She looked at my book and said, "Is this it?" So I said, "Yeah, I think this should be okay." She said, "You can't give this to your dad." I said, "Why not?" "Because there's nothing in it." So what really matters is you turn to people who are going to hit you right in the middle of the eye, but they have got your interests at heart. So I think cultivating such kind of relationships matter too. And genuinity. Today I don't see, besides I'm not wearing my glasses, I shouldn't be admitting that to all of you, but there was a beautiful lady here. Her name was Kiran, and Kiran, are you here? No, I think she's escaped. Yes, Mrs. India. Yeah, it's a pity. I was going to say something nice about her, so it was nice if she was there. Yeah, I think I will, definitely. Now, Kiran talked about being you, being genuine. And I think that's so important. It's always better to just let people know who you are than pretend to be what you're not, or try to be like somebody else, because nobody can be you better than yourself. So that's one way of getting a good sleep. Curiosity. Have the childlike curiosity about the world, about learning about people. And sometimes people might think you're a bit silly. I remember my son, my 19-year-old son telling someone, we'd just gone to someone's home. And she said, "You know, Mom is sometimes she's rather cute." So I was wondering, oh my God, what is he going to talk about? And then he said, you know what he said, what she said? She said that, are there really dog translators, that'll convert the barking of dogs into language? Now, I didn't think he would take it up seriously. I just casually asked him. But then he took it up seriously. That's okay. It's just part of being curious and having a childlike interest in the world. I'd like to put it that way than saying I'm silly. And acceptance. Thank you. I'll make a note on that, please. Acceptance of the uncontrollable. Now, I had been through a crisis when I was 37. It was taking some time for me to get over it. It was a relationship crisis. And I realized that the best way to overcome is if I'm able to positively counsel myself. And that way I was also able to accept that some things are beyond control. And that makes a huge difference in sleeping well. Forgiveness, exercise and yoga and meditation, eating right, like Shukla had informed us, because I think it really makes a difference when you eat healthy. Generosity, loving yourself. Ladies, let me tell you, it's so important for you to love yourself as much as you love others. Please, you deserve to love. You deserve the respect that you show others to yourself. And, of course, gratitude. I'd like to mention Deepika Ahuja's session. Now, she's a lovely person, and like her, I believe in being grateful every day, every morning, and before I go to sleep. Thank you, God. And today, I would like to especially thank Deepika, because she had gone to the temple today morning. And while I was sitting there, suddenly she brings some prasadam and says, "This is for you." And I thought that was so wonderful. Thank you, God. And I think it's been truly a privilege when you live in a world when you're thankful for every moment that you have. So basically, I'd like to mention here that success is not a function of the size of your title, but the richness of your contribution. So keeping in line with the theme of the conference, keep shining, and keep in mind to lead a life that'll be filled with the richness of enlightenment. And all of you, sleep tranquil. Thank you.